respect. My number one hero was my dad, but I've had other heroes, Tom Murphy, Ben Graham, people like that. The reason I admired them was not because they were the smartest people in the world, although they were plenty smart. And it wasn't because they made the most money. That meant nothing. It's really because I felt they were the classiest people that I ever met in my life. I mean, I saw them behave over year after year after year in a way that I could write their story on the front page of any newspaper, and even in an unfriendly tone, and I could not do anything that would embarrass them in the least. They behaved extraordinarily well. And having the right heroes, is terribly important. You tell me who a 10-year-old's heroes are, and I can give you a pretty good prediction about how they're going to turn out. You want to choose your heroes very carefully, because you're going to look like them at some point. When you're a parent, you are the natural hero of your child. I mean, you're this great big thing, or there's two of you great big things, and there's a little tiny child dependent on you, everything. You are the natural hero, and anything they get in school, subsequently everything else, they're going to be shaped more by what they see in this behavior of yours toward them than anything that will impact them later in their lives. And if they want you to be the hero, you can destroy that, of course, and you've seen it done many, many times. But actually, if the parents are proper heroes, the child is about 90% of the way home. And you're lucky if you've had parents like that. And you can be that to your children, or you can be something else. And more important, people ask me what they should take in business school, or even if they don't go to business school, what they need to know before getting in business. And I tell them, you have to understand accounting. It's the language. I mean, it's like being in a foreign country without knowing the language if you're in business and you don't understand accounting. So you want to get as comfortable with that as you are with the English language. It's made me a lot of money, because I listened to what Ray Dean had to say 53 or 4 years ago, and have been able to understand what I was seeing on pieces of paper, what that told me about businesses, and the limitations of what it told me about businesses. But that's the way we invest. You will get some disappointments, but the future is what counts. It'd not be fun if I knew every decision I was going to be perfect. It would not be as much fun. It'd be like playing golf and knowing you're going to hit a hole-in-one on every hole. You wouldn't play golf if every time you got on a tee, you just took a swing and the ball ended up in the hole. It'd be fun for a few days, and you get on TV, but the game would not be any fun. So it's failure, and I wouldn't even consider them failures, but they're mistakes, or whatever you want to call it. They're part of the game, and in the end, you go on, and now I think one of the things that works about it is we come closer to equality of opportunity than any major country in the world. But one of the keys to having equal opportunity is a good public school system. If you have one public school system for the rich and one for the poor, you do not have equality of opportunity. It's really one of the top things on my list, and what I got asked about. As most humans do, they've sort of picked up the behavior of those around them. That's why it pays to hang out with people better than you are. I mean, if you hang out with people better than you are, you'll become better yourself. Everybody behaves better that's around my wife. Even including me, starting from a low base. But she just has that effect on people, and other people pull you down. When I was in the National Guard and we would go to camp, in about an hour I was reading comic books. Pretty soon everybody's reading comic books. The language, every other word becomes some form of profanity. Everything. You just sink. Well, personal quality. When a seller comes to me with a business, whether it's Clayton or any of the others, Ike Friedman at Borsheim's, Mrs. B at Nebraska Furniture Mart, when they come to me, the first question I have to ask myself, because I'm counting on them to run the place, I have to decide, do they love the money or do they love the business? Now, there's nothing wrong with liking the money. They all like money, but they've got to love the business. They got to have a passion for it. Because if I give them a whole bunch of money and they love the money and they don't love the business, no matter what they tell me, 6 months from now they'll be gone. They'll just all of a sudden say, why am I getting up at 7 in the morning just so I can send a lot of money to Omaha? It won't work. So they have to love the business. I want people with a passion for the business. I used to say that I had a one-line employment form, one-question employment form. The question was, are you a fanatic? If you answered yes, you got the job. Because I want somebody who's fanatic about their business. I mean, we have Fruit of the Loom underwear. Are people going to quit wearing underwear? Well, who knows? But we sell 44% of all the men's and boys' underwear that goes through Walmart and all of the mass merchandising chains. We got the lowest costs around. Fruit of the Loom is a name that's been around since 1850 or 60. If you can buy 3 pairs of shorts from us, or 6 pairs or whatever it is, for $5.50 and nobody's going to sell them cheaper, why are you going to buy anything else? So we'll own that unless we mess it up some way. We've got a very potent advertising slogan there. We cover the asses of the masses. That's sort of gets to it, doesn't it?